disturb you people tomorrow. A short message, I'll share it with you people. Probably tomorrow I'll share the message. I'm not going to disturb you people tomorrow, guys. So whatever doubts you have, whichever topic you want me to discuss, let us end it today, whatever time it may take. So although this is our 33rd class, but I think I have taken more classes, right? So I was planning to take 39 classes. I hope that I have done justice to that. But unfortunately, I was not able to complete everything again, especially three chapters. I was not able to complete. Right out of that, kinetic theory. Anyhow, you study in chemistry. All you can do that. But when we talk about the other chapters, thermal property and thermodynamics, if possible, I'll just tell you the important formulas in thermal properties as well as thermodynamics. However, I have shared the brief notes. You can better go through that. Yeah, which question?
So that spring question, sir. Velocity of block.
Just a second. Actually, there is no internet because of weather. I think there is some. I'm using mobile hotspot. If there is any problem, please excuse, guys. This one.
So no, sir. One block is moving with velocity. It strikes another block with a spring.
This one.
Yes, sir.
So always remember, whenever we talk about maximum deformation case is possible when both the blocks move with constant velocity. Right, that is the only situation again. So two blocks of masses 3 kg and 6 kg respectively are placed on a smooth horizontal surface. They are connected by a light spring of force constant 200 newton per meter. Initially the spring is unstretched. The indicated velocities are imparted to the blocks. The maximum extension of the spring will be how much they are asking. So here in such type of question, you can conserve the linear momentum and you can conserve the mechanical energy. Right. So while you spread the blocks, what is going to happen? Spring force will start acting. Yes or no? Because of the force applied, the blocks are moving away from each other. So spring will get elongated. When spring get elongated, what is going to happen? It will exert some force. So if I take the free body diagram, I hope the board is visible. This is 3 kg block which is given. This is your 6 kg block that has been given, and between them we have a spring initially which is unstretched or it is in relaxed condition. Initially the spring is in relaxed condition, right? So here we have 3 kg block and we have 6 kg block. Both are given the speeds, I think 1 meter per second as well as 1 meter per second and 2 meter per second, I guess. So it has been given a speed 1 meter per second, and this has been given 3 meter, is it 2 meter per second? Now, please try to understand, initially spring is unstretched again, or it is in natural position. Because of the velocity, the blocks will get separated away from each other. So here, as you can observe, at some particular instant, what will happen? The blocks will become something in this manner. Now, here in this situation, did the spring gets elongated or not? Yes, it is. It is hardly a step question again, but I'm just explaining what is the physics behind that. Right, the spring is going to get elongated. As soon as it gets elongated, what is going to happen? Spring, it will exert some force. It will try to restore the block back to its original position. What are the other forces that are going to act? Weight of 3 kg block will act, weight of 6 kg block will act, but they will both be cancelled out. The weight of 6 kg block will act 6g here, and weight of 3 kg block will act 3g here. Both are acting on the ground. Ground will not keep quiet, it is going to give back a normal reaction. Yes or no? Here also you can consider normal reaction. So here N1 and will be cancelling out weight of 3 kg block, N2 will cancel out weight of 6 kg block. Right, spring force anyhow they are same in magnitude but opposite in direction, so they will also cancel out each other. Is there is no external force acting here. So as there is no external force acting, what will remain constant? Momentum will remain conserved or it will remain constant. And always remember, if they are asking you to calculate the maximum elongation in the spring, in maximum elongation case or maximum compression case, both the blocks will be moving with constant speed. So here we will just try to take the momentum conservation. So 3 kg block is moving with minus v plus, 6 kg block is moving with plus 2, 3 will be moving with some v velocity, v bar you can write, 6 should also move with the same velocity. So what are we going to get? 12 minus 3 will be 9, will be equal to 9v. So what will v value be? 1 meter per second. Okay. So both of them will move with common velocity, which is 1 meter per second. Positive means anyhow along positive x direction you are going to get. First thing is this. Then next, what you are going to do? You are going to conserve the mechanical energy of the system. Mechanical energy will remain conserved. So initially, spring is at relaxed condition. There is no elastic potential energy. 3 kg block will have energy half 3 into 1 square. 6 kg block will have half 6 into 2 square, should be equal to, finally if I say 3 kg block will be moving with 1 square, similarly 6 kg block will also be moving with 1 square. Now spring has got some elongation. So what is that elongation? Now maximum elongation or maximum compression you can write. So half, 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 half and half will get cancelled out. Here you will have 3 and 24, 27 you will get, 27 minus 3 will be 24. This part if you take, here you have 9, this is 27, so you'll get 18 over here. So 18 will be equal to k into x max square, and I think k value is given as 200 if I'm not wrong. K value is given as 200. So what are we going to get here in this situation? X max square if I take, you will get it as 18 divided by 200, or I can write it as 9 divided by 100. So implies what will x max value be? Under root you will get, which will be 3 divided by 10. You will get it as 0.3 meters. This turns out to be 30 centimeters. Clear? What do you need to remember whenever they ask you to find maximum compression or maximum elongation in the spring, right? In that particular situation, during maximum deformation, the objects connected to the spring will be moving with constant velocity. Constant velocity means both magnitude as well as direction will remain same. Clear?
Yes.
Next doubt, please. We'll go paper by paper, guys. We are doing test 5 paper as of now. Test 1, I think we have discussed. Test 2 also we have seen. Test 3, I don't think we have discussed, right? So we will see those questions also. Next question, please.
A block moves with some velocity and strikes another
Indilone
block.
na?
Yes, sir.
In this one.
Next question, sir.
This one. Two smooth objects. This one.
No, sir. Two blocks.
Next
One
one.
block with
This part.
yes.
This one. No. This one.
Yes, sir.
Same concept again. Two blocks of masses 2 kg and 4 kg are moving with velocity 4 meter per second, 1 meter per second. So obviously it is evident that this 4 kg, 2 kg mass will go and hit the spring or not. Yes. So what will you do? You will write initial momentum 2 into 4, 4 into 1. Right? Initial momentum will be 12 Newton second. Finally, for maximum compression, both should be moving with same velocity. From there, you find the common velocity and you apply the same approach. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Momentum conservation, and whenever maximum deformation in the spring is asked, both of them will move with constant velocity. Next. Guys, please keep your doubts ready. We will be discussing ఎగ్జామ్ రాలేను ఇది.
I wrote. Sir.
Next doubt, please. Guys, you can ask doubts. It can be from anywhere.
So this question, sir, hexagon question.
Hexagon question.
Yes.
It's a good question. It's also easy question to analyze again, right? So if we just see the situation here, so what they have given in the situation is 6 identical particles, each of mass m, are arranged at the corners of a regular hexagon. If mass of one of the particles is doubled, then what will be the shift they are asking? So if I take a hexagon over here, regular hexagon we are taking, so are identical masses placed initially? Yes or no? You have identical masses here, m, 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 and m. Now, for this system, because it is a regular, uniform, regular geometrical shaped objects, I've already told you, for uniform, regular geometrical shaped objects, where will center of mass lie? Exactly at the center. So this whole system has how much mass? 6m mass. Yes or no? So where is the 6m mass now? Coordinates of 6m mass if I take, let us assume it to be 0, comma 0. I'll assume this to be your y-axis and x-axis. Okay, now what happened? One of the mass is doubled. I don't know which mass is doubled. Let us take this mass is doubled, because for simplicity again. So already the effect of 6m is at center. Yes or no? Now one mass is doubled, means additional mass I am placing here or not? Yes, I am going to place an additional mass m over here. So what would be the coordinates of that m mass now? That coordinates will be, see, regular hexagon is nothing but it is 6 equilateral triangles. So from here to here it will be side of equilateral triangle. So what I can write, a comma 0. So you have 6m mass, you have m mass. So what would be the new location of center of mass now? Initially, if only 6m masses were there, it will be at center. Now, if one of the mass is doubled, means extra mass has been kept here. So what we can write, 6m into 0 plus m into a divided by 6m plus m. So we'll get it as ma divided by 7m. The shift in the center of mass will be a divided by 7. Clear?
Yes.
So I'm just going through all the questions, guys. If you can just see it, I have tried my best from my end, guys, to give the to conduct the test. Uh, right? Maybe two instances we were not able to. We lost some communication. Right? We were not able to conduct the test at two instance on a, what I can say, on a continuous basis. We got some extra gap, right? But I think that we have recovered. Today also, I think I've shared one more test, guys. Yesterday also I've shared a test based on electronic device and nuclei, right? Today also I've shared a test which is a complete syllabus test. If possible, I'll share one more test tomorrow, which will also be a very easy complete syllabus test again, right? The intention is again direct questions. If you are writing, you should be able to solve, right? Direct questions, definitely 20 questions will be direct questions, and little bit 10-15 questions again. If you see 10-15 questions, little bit of simple logic you need to apply. If there is any doubt in, let us see this particular question. Both of them have done wrong only. When a ring of radius r is allowed to roll down an inclined plane without slipping, and its velocity at the bottom of the plane is v, if the experiment is repeated by using a disk of radius r, its velocity at the bottom of the plane would be how much? It's a very simple situation, no? I think, what is the velocity attained by any object when it is performing pure rolling again? Whenever it is performing pure rolling, what is the velocity with which it reaches the bottom? It will be root over 2gh divided by 1 plus k square by r square. For ring, if I take, velocity of ring will be root over 2gh divided by k square by r square. Value for ring is 1 again. So I'm going to get it as root over gh. Whereas disk of same radius if I am taking, I'm going to get it as root over 2gh divided by k square by r square. For disk will be 1 by 2 again. So I'll get it as 3 by 2, which turns out to be, I think you can write 4 root over 4gh divided by 3 we can write, which turns out to be 2 by root 3 times of root over gh. And already root over gh is the speed of the ring. So 2 by root 3 into speed of the ring would be the answer for this. I hope it is clear. 2v by root 3 should be the answer for that. Understood, everyone?
So this question, how do we take the axis, sir, about which you are
When an
calculating?
axis is not given, it should always be considered along the axis which is passing through the center and perpendicular to the plane. Okay, 4 uniform identical rods have been given, are arranged to form a square. Radius of gyration of the system about one side of the square, they are saying, means about one of the rod they are asking. Again, moment of inertia is a very important concept, guys, right? Previous need papers I'll analyze, and I'll just quickly share you which are the topics which you need to give a last minute review again. Hopefully I'll do that, guys, today, and I'll share it by tomorrow morning, so that by tomorrow evening you can completely review those. So they're asking us, so 4 rods have been given, so you can consider this is one of the rod, right? In the same manner, this is one of the rod, right? Like this 4 rods we are placing in order to form a square loop again. In order to form a square loop, they are of same length again. Mass is same and length is also same. Okay, now they're asking us to find moment of inertia about one of the side of the square, means about one of the rod. So how many rods we have here? 4 objects here. First object, second object, third object, as well as fourth object. So it's very evident, it's very clear again. Axis is mentioned to us. If axis is not mentioned, then I should take moment of inertia about an axis passing through the center and perpendicular to the plane of the square. So here, what will be the total moment of inertia? It will be sum of individual moment of inertias, I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4. So what is moment of inertia for first rod? See, it is an axis. The given axis is an axis passing through center of one of the rod and it is along the length. So moment of inertia for the first rod about the given axis will be 0. For second rod, it is an axis passing through one of the side. So it will be how much? ml square divided by 3. Then for the third rod, if you see, what I'll do? I'll take one more parallel axis passing through the center. And I'm going to apply parallel axis theorem here. So what is moment of inertia about this axis? For third rod we are doing. For third rod, moment of inertia about an axis passing through center. So is it a parallel axis passing through center or not? Yes, but because of this, we know moment of inertia is 0. Now, how much is the perpendicular distance between the two axes? L is the perpendicular distance, so I'll write ml square. For fourth one also, it is how much, beta? Because it is the given axis is an axis passing through one of the end and perpendicular to the length, it is ml square by 3. So I'll get it as 2ml square divided by 3 plus ml square, which I'll get it as 5 by 3 times of ml square. And as we know, moment of inertia for the whole system, again, now it has a mass of how much? It has a mass of 2m now. Yes or no? It has a mass of how much? 2m. Sorry, the entire object has a mass 4m, right? So I can write 4m into k square will be equal to 5 by 3 into m into l square. So what we can cancel out? M and m will get cancelled out. K square value will be, we can write it as 1 by 4 times of 5 by 3 into l square. So which turns out to be 1 by 2 times of root over 5 by 3 into L. This will be the radius of gyration. Clear? So L by 2 root over 5 by 3 should be the answer. Understood? Now most of the people will do mistake here. It is not that you don't know. You will write here M, which will be wrong again. Here the entire mass of the system will be 4m. Always remember, for a rod, moment of inertia about an axis passing through center along the length will be 0. Passing through center perpendicular to the length will be ml square by 2. ml square by 2l. Passing through one of the end and perpendicular to the length will be ml square divided by 3. Passing through one of the end and inclined to the length, it will be ml square by 3 sine square theta. Clear?
Sir, if we use perpendicular axis theorem, can't we write in the plane as by
For
2?
what? For what perpendicular
For
axis theorem?
a rod, if we take in the
For
plane and
this,
pass it to center. Yes, sir. For a
you will
rod.
take in the plane.
Yes, sir.
In the plane అయినప్పుడు perpendicular axis theorem ఎట్లా అప్లై చేస్తావు?
So,
About which axis you will take?
so about an axis passing to center of mass.
I'll take this. Okay, in the plane.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I took this. Then
But then we are writing by 2, no, sir, for general, for other.
no, but
example.
here no. In this case, they are not asking about this point. They are clearly stating that what is the radius of gyration. Let me just check it. They're asking radius of gyration of the system about any one side of the square. Any one side means any one of the rod they are asking. This they are asking. If they ask for this about an axis lying in the plane, then you can find moment of inertia about the center perpendicular to the plane. Suppose if I say this is the square, right? I need to take about an axis, or if I take this is the square, we first need to take about an axis passing through center and perpendicular to the plane. I need to find moment of inertia about this axis. Then I can divide it by 2 to obtain moment of inertia about this axis. I didn't understand what doubt you had here.
So generally, if you are taking for circular disc perpendicular to plane, mr square by 2. In the plane, we'll do
diameter
mr square.
diameter diameter will be mr square by 4. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay,
So, but for rod also, if you are telling ml square by 12, in the plane, ml square
in
by
the plane,
24.
no, because see, basically how you calculate for moment of inertia of any continuous object will take small elemental masses. Okay, so I want to find about this particular axis. Okay, now you see, I need to take elemental masses. This is one element of the rod. And how do you calculate? Di value will be dm into x square. And if you want to calculate the overall moment of inertia, you'll perform integration. What is x here? It is the distance of the elemental mass from the axis. Now you tell, when I have taken this elemental mass, is there any separation from the axis? No. So x value will be here 0. You take any elemental mass from the axis, is there any separation? No. So what will be the situation? It will be 0 only. Now, how will you find out about this axis? Now, you will find out about an axis passing through center. This you will take. It is ml square by 12. Okay, but is it a uniform object on all sides? Here you have, on y-axis you have a length L, but on x-axis you don't have any length. So you cannot divide in that particular situation. You can take
Okay.
this. Here you will get, dekho. This is what ml square by 12. No? It should be sum of moment of inertias. What is moment of inertia about any perpendicular axis? About an axis passing through a point passing through center and perpendicular to the plane about this axis. It is ml square by 12. Now I'll divide two axes. See, this is one of the axis. So are these white dotted lines, are they perpendicular axis? Yes, they are two perpendicular axes lying in the plane. And our interest is to calculate moment of inertia about this axis, about an axis passing through center and perpendicular to the plane. We already know it is ml square by 12. Now, is this axis also passing through center and perpendicular to the length or not? This is first axis. You take a rod. This is the axis. First axis passing through center and perpendicular to the length. It is ml square by 12. This axis also, it is an axis passing through center and perpendicular to the length. So if I take about this axis, it is ml square by 12. About this axis also, it should be ml square by 12. What is moment of inertia about z axis? Sum of moment of inertia about x and y. So already we got about z axis and about x axis to be same. So what will be moment of inertia about y axis here? 0. Understood?
Yes.
Two axes will be, so all this axis, the axis passing through center and perpendicular to the plane will be an axis passing through center and perpendicular to the length. In the same manner, this axis which is lying in the plane, this is also passing through the center and perpendicular to the length. Both should have same moment of inertias. So whatever moment of inertia is there for ml square about an axis passing through center and perpendicular to the length, same will be along this axis. So automatically for this axis, it should become 0. Why we usually divide 2? Because for symmetrical elements we divide. About both the axes, if they are symmetrical, then we divide it by 2 directly by convention. But usually how will you calculate moment of inertia? This is how you calculate. For continuous objects, in order to calculate moment of inertia, we will take a small element, right? Find out what is the perpendicular distance of the element from the axis and perform integration. So here, if you see, if I take a small element, there is no separation from the axis. So moment of inertia about this axis will be 0. Understood?
Yes.
Both of them have done wrong here. In this case, let us see if Earth contracts to half of its present radius in the absence of torque. If torque is not there, we can simply conserve the angular momentum. So what is going to happen in that situation? Whenever such cases are there, it is a volume package question. In Akash also, it is the question is there, no? So what should happen if torque is not there? I omega should remain constant. So what is Earth is considered to be a sphere. So what we can write? 2 by 5 mr square into omega should remain constant. Again, they are saying that mass is not changing, right? Take the density of the Earth remains constant. So in terms of density, I need to write. So in terms of density, what will it be? How can I write mass as? Can I write density mass by density into volume? Can I write or not? 4 by 3 pi r cube into r square omega will remain a constant value. So what are we going to get here? 8 by 15 rho pi r power 5 omega should remain constant. So if density is constant means r power 5 into omega will remain constant. So what is happening to radius here? Radius is contracting to half of its present value. So what is going to happen to the duration of day they are asking? So omega is again nothing but 2 pi by t. So I can write r power 5 divided by t will remain constant, or r power 5 will be proportional to t. So t2 divided by t1 can be written as r2 power 5 divided by r1 power 5, which I can write r2 by r1 whole power 5. So r2 value is how much here? Half. So I'll get it as 1 by 2 whole power 5 again. Okay. So from this, what we can write? T2 value will be T1 divided by 32 I should get. Is it given wrong or what? Achha, in minutes they are asking, no? In minutes they have asked. So T1 divided by 32 it is. So how many minutes you will have? T1 value is 24 hours, each hour 60 minutes divided by 32. So we can write this is 6 za, 8 za, or we can basically take 3 by 4th time. 8 3 is 24, 8 4 is 32. Yes or no? This is 3 and 4. 3 by 4th of 60, if you take, you will get it as 120, 180 by 4 you will get, which will turn out to be 45 minutes. Clear? Understood? Good question again. I omega will remain constant. Why? Because there is no external torque and Earth is rotating about its own axis. So I omega should remain constant. Earth is considered to be as a solid sphere. So what is moment of inertia? 2 by 5 m square. But if you look at the question, mass is not given as constant, density is given as constant. So as density is given as constant, I can write r power 5 divided by t will remain constant, or time period will be directly proportional to r power 5. Clear? It is also a good question. Understood all of you? This also people have done wrong. Let us see. A particle of mass 2m is moving with constant velocity parallel to y-axis in xy plane. Its angular momentum about the origin they are asking. Okay, at any time t they are asking. Okay, what is it going to be? They have given us as shown in the figure. The figure is not given here. So it is moving something like this. If a particle of mass 2m is moving with a constant velocity, v by 2 it is, not v by l, parallel to y-axis in xy plane, as shown in the figure, its angular momentum with respect to origin. Definitely such type of questions are very important. Angular momentum, calculation of angular momentum. So let us imagine we have So we have y axis like this and x axis like this. So whenever they are asking you to find angular momentum about any point, what will I do? About origin they are asking. What are we going to consider? We are going to consider an axis passing through origin and perpendicular to the plane. And how is the mass moving? It is moving something in this manner. So it is here, 2m mass is here, and it is moving parallel to y-axis with a speed v by 2. So in the direction of velocity, are we going to have momentum or not? Because momentum is given as m into v bar. Now what is given beta from? So our interest is to calculate angular momentum. Here you have translation. Due to translation, which angular momentum will be there? Orbital angular momentum will be there, which is given as r bar cross p bar. I can write it as r p sine theta n cap. If you want, you can also write it as r perpendicular into p n cap or r into p perpendicular n cap. This is our angular momentum. Now, in this direction only, you are going to have linear momentum, guys, due to the effect of translation. So our interest is to calculate angular momentum about point O. So what are we going to do? We are going to consider an axis passing through point O and perpendicular to the plane. This is the line of action of linear momentum. Is there any separation between the axis and line of action of linear momentum? Yes, there is a separation. So what is going to happen? So from here to here, you are going to get r bar. This is your position vector. This is momentum vector. So in the direction of r bar, you will place your right hand, curl the fingers towards p bar, direction of thumb, which is in outward direction. You are going to get the angular momentum in outward direction here. So I can resolve this r bar into two components. What are those two components? You see, this is one component. Is this component perpendicular to p bar or not? So this will be called as r perpendicular. And you can see other component also. Is this component along the direction of momentum or not? This will be your r parallel. Because of parallel component of position vector, do we have any angular momentum? No. You will have angular momentum due to perpendicular component. And as per the diagram, if you can see, that perpendicular component is given as d again. Okay, so what we can write here, the angular momentum about origin will be, what is r perpendicular here? D into what is momentum? Mass is given as 2m, velocity is v by 2. In which direction are you going to get? R bar is like this. So in the direction of R bar, place your right hand, curl the fingers towards P bar. So direction of thumb will be outwards, guys. So I'm going to get it as DMV. Outward direction means K cap. Clear? This is how you calculate the angular momentum. So VDM K cap should be the answer for this situation. Clear? Very important case again. Previous many times such type of question. So what will happen to angular momentum? They'll ask you. So as the object moves along in this straight line, it is moving. Object is moving in this direction. From here to here, it is moving. Let us say. So while the object is moving from here to here, is direction of momentum going to change? No. And always remember, as the object moves from here to here, perpendicular distance will always remain constant. So angular momentum about origin will always remain constant. Okay. So whenever object, it is a previous year question again. Whenever object is moving with constant velocity along the line, what will happen to the angular momentum about origin? Perpendicular distance, wherever the object may be, the perpendicular distance between the origin and this line will always remain constant. So angular momentum will always remain constant. Clear, all of you? I hope it is clear. Hmm.
Sir, could you solve that question, sir?
Which question?
Sir, I have sent it, sir.
तो could you solve that? यार मतलब मेरे पास 4-5 आंखें हैं क्या वैष्णव, कि मैं पढ़ाऊं भी और मेरा फोन भी देखूं? कैसे हो सकता है यार?
Sir, I thought that you solved
सॉल्व द
it.
क्वेश्चन मतलब कौन सा क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करूं मैं? करूंगा, 1 मिनट. What happened? Easy to moderate questions. I expect you people to complete to do those questions in the final exam. Let us see this case. A solid sphere of mass 2m and radius r is rotating about an axis passing through center with angular velocity omega. Now two particles each of mass m are placed gently on its surface along the diameter. What is the new angular velocity? It is direct question only, no? You can conserve the angular momentum again. Here it is rotating, so you'll have spin angular momentum. So whatever is the initial angular momentum, same would be the final angular momentum. So initial angular momentum should be equal to final angular momentum. So initially only solid sphere is rotating. So I can write moment of inertia will be 2 by 5 mr square into omega. Finally, solid sphere is rotating 2 by 5 mr square omega. Apart from this, you also have, so if you take a solid sphere, something like this, let us say it is rotating about its own axis, about this axis. Now what we are doing, along the diameter, we are placing two masses also on it. So what is separation of these masses? They are at a perpendicular distance r because they are placed at the diameter again. So what will I get? For this mass, you will get mr square. For this mass also, you will get mr square. The moment of inertia is increasing. So automatically, the angular speed should decrease. So I can write 2 by 5 mr square into omega if I take. It will be equal to, this you will get it as another 2 you will get. So 5 to 10, 12 you will get, I guess. Yes or no? 12 by 5 mr square mr square. This should be mr square only. 2 by 5 mr square into omega dash. So implies what will I get omega dash value as? Solid sphere is given. What is given? A solid sphere of mass 2m is given. Sorry. So what we can write? 2 by 5 2m into r square. So this will become 4 by 5 mr square. So this will turn out to be 14, guys. And this is 4 again. So our answer should be 4 divided by 14 into omega, which is 2 by 7 omega. Simply momentum, angular momentum conservation about the axis of rotation again. Right. So I hope the other questions you have done. Which question? 39th one.
Yes,
Ray
sir.
optics question he is asking. Converging beam of rays is incident on diverging lens. Having passed through the lens, the rays intersect at a point 15 centimeters from the lens on the opposite side. If the lens is removed, the point where the rays meet will move 5 centimeters closer to the lens. They are saying converging beam are incident on a diverging lens, which is nothing but a concave lens. Again, it is also a very good question. Right. So let us imagine diverging lens. What will it do? It will diverge the lens incident on it. If I imagine this is our incident rays, these are our incident rays. How are they? They were converging. Suppose if the diverging lens was not there, then they would have converged at one point somewhere over here. But because of the presence of diverging rays, what will happen? They are going to converge here. Yes or no? This is given. Okay. So what we can do? These are our incident rays. These are your refracted rays. So what they are saying, converging beam of rays is incident on having passed through the lens. The rays intersect at a point 15 centimeters. So from here to here, we have 15 centimeters. Okay. Then if the lens is removed, they are saying that if the lens is removed, the point where the rays meet will move 5 centimeters closer to the lens. Means from here to here, it will move 5 centimeters. So what I can say, this is our object and this is our image. So I can apply lens formula. 1 by v minus 1 by u value will be equal to 1 by f. Right? All the measurements should be taken from the optical center. So from optical center towards the object, it is taken in the direction of incident rays. And towards the image also in the direction of incident rays, we should take it as positive. So 1 by 15 minus 1 by 10. will be equal to 1 by f. So you will get it as minus 5 divided by 150 will be 1 by f. So f value will be minus 30 centimeters. Clear? Focal length will be minus 30 centimeters. I hope you understood it. Maliha Muskan, do you have any doubts? Maria? Maria, Maliha Muskan. Vaishnav, Harshit?
So could you tell me the 50-second one also?
One more question yes, sent. We will go test by test, guys, after this question. So please let me know if there is any doubt by looking at the questions. Okay. So by the time, please keep the questions ready. We have done 8 tests. So in those, we will discuss the questions again. Okay. Images formed by an object placed between two plane mirrors whose reflecting surface make an angle 90 degrees with one another lie on circle again. How? Because see, suppose in this situation we have taken two plane mirrors are inclined to each other by 90 degrees. So if I take an object somewhere over here, this is our first mirror, this is our second mirror. This happens to be our object. So what is the, first of all, we know we will find out the value of n, which is given as 360 by theta. So what is this? 360 divided by 90 you will get, which turns out to be 4, which is an even number. So how many images will be found, whether it is symmetrical placement or unsymmetrical placement? Number of images, if I say, it is n minus 1, as you all know. How many images will be found? 3 images will be found. Now see. Due to the first mirror, where is the image of this object be found? It will be found here. This will be our first image. This is your I1 value. Okay. Now, it is also going to behave as object for second mirror, and its image will be found somewhere over here. This is your second image. Now, the first image will behave as object for second mirror. In the same manner, the second image will behave as object for first mirror. So the image, this is going to behave as object. So where will its image be found? Its image will be found here. In the same manner, this is also behaving as object for this mirror. Where will the image be found? Here. So the images formed by I1 and I2 will coincide. They will give us only one image. So these images will be lying on a circle which will be centered at point O. Okay, mathematically you can prove it, but as of now it's not required. Clear?
So you said a point that the image from I1 I2 will be coinciding on I3.
Yes, two images will be formed, but those will be formed at one point only. So they are going to behave as one image itself.
So could you tell that how did you got that the I2 will be forming the image at I3?
Image at
How did we got that the I2 would be forming the image at I3?
I2 is going to behave as object for this mirror, first mirror.
First mirror. Okay, so
So where will image be formed? Exactly on the opposite side, no? At I3 it will be formed. For the given object, you see, for this object, where should the image be? Object distance and image distance should be same. This is object for both first mirror and second mirror. So first mirror will form the image at this point, I1. Second mirror will form the image at I2. Yes or no? Now image
Yes.
formed by second mirror will behave as object for first mirror. In the same manner, image formed by first mirror will behave as object for second mirror. So I1 is an object for second mirror. I2 is an object for first mirror. Both of them will form the image at this point, I3. And the images will be lying on a circle. Clear?
yes.
Next dot, please. So we'll just go by from what do we say? Let us go by question paper to question paper, test to test. If there are any doubts, please let me know, guys. I think already you people have the what do I say? The copy of the responses have already been shared. If you have written the test, if you have not written the test, you can just cross check with. Let us see in this paper, in first paper, which belongs to ray optics and optical instruments and wave optics. I think we have solved this, right? Yes or no? I've given the review of this, no? In first paper, in the first test that I have shared, if there is any question that you have doubt in, please ask, guys. Or in general, if you have any doubt, you please ask so that I can explain that. Am I audible?
Yes.
So whichever question you have doubt in, please ask.
So could you explain the question number third and fourth in the test number 6?
Just a second. One question has been sent. An ideal diode is connected with a DC source and the resistance R is as shown. Then VR and V0 will be how much they're asking. So the diode is given something like this. We have a resistor here, okay, and we have in this manner, and we have a diode over here. So potential difference across this is V, this is R, and potential difference across the resistor happens to be VR. Potential difference across the diode, if we say, happens to be V0. So across the diode, if you take, potential difference happens to be V0. They're asking us to find out an ideal diode is connected with a DC source and resistance R as shown below. VR and V0 will be how much they're asking. It's a very simple case again. If I take this as 0 volt, then automatically this will be V volt. Yes or no? So if I assume this to be 0, then automatically the other one will be V. Now please try to understand, if this is 0, I'll take this to be 0. If this is 0, there is no element. So here you will get 0. If I say this is V, you may have some potential difference, but if you look at this, so P is at higher potential compared to N. So as P is at higher potential compared to N, this particular diode will be in which bias? This particular diode will be in forward bias. And it is given as it is an ideal diode. So because it is an ideal diode, in forward bias, ideal diode will offer 0 resistance. So you are going to get something in this manner. Now this is going to behave as a closed circuit. So this is our V value, this is our R value. As you can see across the diode, there is no potential difference at all, right? So whatever potential difference is there, that will appear across the resistor, and across the diode, the potential difference will be 0. Across the resistor, it will be R. Sorry, it will be V. Clear? N is connected to negative terminal of the battery, or N is connected to lower potential. Whenever N is at lower potential, the diode will be in forward bias. It is an ideal diode, so we'll just short circuit it. So directly current will be flowing without any potential difference. So across the diode, no potential difference. So the whole potential difference or the whole external voltage will just be across resistor. Clear? Understood?
Yes, sir. So same type of question as same, sir. It is in reverse bias. Yes, sir. The second point.
Which question?
Second
Yeah,
one.
second one is in reverse bias. So if second one is in reverse bias, you are going to open it. So there will not be any current flowing through the resistor. Current is not flowing through the resistor means if this is in reverse bias, no. So there is no current flowing because here you have a closed circuit. Here you have a closed circuit. So current is flowing through the resistor means there is potential difference. But here this circuit will become open now. There is no current flowing through the resistor. So whatever is the potential difference between these 2 points, same will be potential difference across these 2 points. So across diode, potential difference will become V. Across resistor, potential difference will become 0 in the second case. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is given?
Yes, sir. Same what you have.
Okay. Right. So frequently missed questions are there. Those I will just quickly explain for all the what do we say for all the tests, guys, so that at least 1 or 2 questions of these type are coming in the exam. Then it will certainly be helpful to everyone again, right? So what will be the height of the image of an object? 2 mm placed on the axis of convex mirror of radius of curvature 40 centimeters at a distance 20 centimeters from the convex mirror they are asking. So what is radius of curvature? 40 centimeters, right? So where is the if I just look at this question, acha, if you are clicking pura question aa raha. What will be the height of an object? What will be the height of image of an object of height 2 mm placed on the axis of convex mirror of radius of curvature 40 centimeters at a distance 20 centimeters from convex mirror? So we'll just do this question again. If you take a convex mirror, as you all know, right, this is our convex mirror. Inner surface is silvered, right? So here we have, so where is the object placed? Object is placed at a distance 20 centimeters from the convex mirror, means from the pole, obviously, right? This is your object. Now this convex mirror is certainly going to be part of some sphere, right, whose radius is given as 40 centimeters. So from pole to center will be the center of radius of curvature, which is given as 40 centimeters. It means what will be focal length here? The radius of curvature, because if you see, let us take this is the incident ray, right? So radius of curvature is measured in the direction of incident ray. So radius of curvature you are going to get it as plus 40 centimeters. However, focal length I am going to get it as r divided by 2, which turns out to be plus 20 centimeters. So what we can do now by using mirror formula, if not, you know object distance and focal length, can we find magnification or not? What is magnification? Is it f divided by f minus u, guys? I hope so. So what will I get? 20 divided by, this is 20 minus of minus 20 will get, which is 20 divided by 40. So I got magnification as how much? 1 by 2. And magnification will always be given as height of the image by height of the object. So height of the image will be height of the object divided by 2. Already height of the object is given as 2 mm. So our answer should be 1 mm. Clear? Good question again. Please remember, for magnification in terms of focal length and object distance for mirror, it will be f divided by f minus u. In terms of focal length and image distance, it will be f minus v divided by v. In terms of object distance and image distance, it is minus v by u. Clear? And it can also be written as height of the image divided by height of the object. Focal length of a suitable convex lens is 30 centimeters. Size of the image is quarter of the object, they are saying. So again, refraction part, if you see, what they are giving, height of the image is quarter of the object. So height of the image divided by height of the object is what? 1 by 4. So I got, this is nothing but your magnification. So magnification, we got it as 1 by 4. They're asking the focal length of a suitable convex lens is 30 centimeters. Size of the image is quarter of the object. The object distance from the lens. Now please tell me, here we got magnification as 1 by 4. But for convex lens, if virtual image is formed, magnification is what? It is enlarged again. So it should be more than 1. Here we got 1 by 4, guys. So it is less than 1. It means real image is formed. So I'll take magnification as minus 1 by 4, guys, which will be equal to f divided by focal length is given. So I can write it as f divided by f plus u, guys. For length, it is f divided by f plus u again. So implies what we can write. So I can write it as f divided by f, or anyhow, directly we will take here. So I can write minus f minus u will be equal to 4f, right? And minus u value will be equal to 5f. So u value will be equal to minus 5f, guys. So already focal length for convex lens will be plus 30 again, right? So what will I get the object distance as? Minus 150 centimeters. Always remember, if magnification is positive for for an erect image, yes or no? But convex lens, when it forms an erect image, its magnification should be more than 1, but we got magnification as less than 1. So automatically we can say that it is an inverted image. Inverted will always be real and magnification will be negative. Clear? I hope you understood this question. Convex lens is placed in contact with a plane mirror. An axial point object is placed at a distance 30 centimeters from this combination. Has its image coinciding with itself? I think I've discussed this question anyhow. I'll tell it once again, right? It's a combination of convex lens and plane mirror. How are they placed? They are placed in contact with each other. I'll take a little small separation. I'll take them. Okay, you have convex lens and you have a plane mirror, and I'm going to assume they're already in contact, but I'll just assume them to be at a small separation, guys. Okay, they have a common axis. So where is the object placed? Object is placed somewhere over here. At how much distance it is placed? It is placed at a distance 30 centimeters, I believe. Okay, it is given, it is placed at 30 centimeters from this combination. Has its final image again coinciding with the object? So directly I can say in this situation, guys, so from the object we are going to have incident ray. This is one of the incident ray. This is the other incident ray. This is our first incident ray, guys. Now I want final image to again come back. So it means the final refracted rays should be like this only or not. So when will our rays retrace back again? If you see, if the refracted rays are going to fall normally on the plane mirror. So if refracted rays from convex lens, if they fall normally, whenever incident ray is normal, it will get retraced back. It will retrace its path. Yes or no? So this is how the situation is. So when will, very simple logic, we have taken the object, some incident rays are falling on the convex lens. For final image to coincide with the object, what is the condition here? The refracted rays coming out of the convex lens should fall normally. So when will they fall normally? If they are parallel to the principal axis. When will the refracted rays become parallel to principal axis? If the object is present where? At the focus. So what will be the focal length of the convex lens? It will be anyhow 30 centimeters. So here object distance will be your focal length. Clear? 30 centimeters should be the answer in that case. I hope you understood. Yes or no? So there are 3 questions which were frequently missed in test 1. In the same manner, let us move on to test 2 and see.
So in the above question, if we take the image formed by plane mirror is acting as an object to convex lens.
Image formed by
Plane mirrors.
plane
Behind
mirror.
the mirror, if it acts an object to convex lens.
Image formed by the plane mirror will form as will be an object for.
Acting object.
Okay, where is
Convex.
the object?
So
Again, it is at
behind the mirror.
infinity only. No?
Yes.
Behind the mirror, but where? It is at infinity only. No, again. So when object is placed at infinity, where is the image found? At focus.
Okay.
You got my point. These are the refracted.
Yes,
these are also going to behave as incident rays for the plane mirror. So if incident rays are parallel, obviously reflected rays will also be parallel. So image here by the plane mirror will be formed at infinity. So if image formed by the plane mirror is behaving as object for convex lens, where is the object placed? At infinity. Where is the image formed? At focus again. We can solve that, but usually while you do such type of questions in that manner, no, you will absolutely get stuck and you will not get the answer. Most of the cases, you will get stuck and you will not get the answer, because once I'll apply lens formula for lens, then I'll apply mirror formula for plane mirror, then again I'll apply lens formula for lens. Did I apply any formula here? You see, no. But if
No,
I
sir.
consider ob we'll take this object, we will have image formed by the lens. That image will behave as object for plane mirror. Then for that object, plane mirror will form his image. And now the image formed by plane mirror will behave as object for the convex lens. So again, I need to find the final image again. So 3 times I need to apply, 2 times I need to apply lens formula, and 1 time I need to apply mirror formula. We usually get stuck while doing such cases. And always remember, ray optics questions will never be asked on calculations. They'll be asked on very small, minute point, which we usually forget. So these were frequently missed questions from test 1. Rest all again, please review these guys. At least easy questions you will be able to solve again. We'll go to test 2. Apart from that, anywhere you are finding any question you want to ask, you can directly share it, guys. There is no necessity that sir should explain these only afterwards. No, if there is any doubt, you can directly ask. That's not a big deal. So initially, number of responses were less, then slightly they got increased, and overall they got decreased only everywhere. Right. So we have some questions here. Let us try doing. In an experiment to measure the EMF of a cell with the help of potentiometer, negative terminal is of the cell is connected. In any experiment to measure the EMF of a cell with the help of potentiometer, negative terminal of cell is connected at the point where positive terminal of the primary cell is connected. Which is correct? You will never get a null point from this. I've told you on the other day why you are not getting a null point. A body P can attract a body Q. If charge on P is positive, then charge on Q, it is not necessary that it should be negative. And a charged object can also attract an uncharged object on the basis of charging by conduction again. So charge on Q can either be negative, it can either be uncharged also. It can be positive also. Maybe positive, because if I say positive, 2 point, very simple logic, guys. 2 point like charges will definitely repel each other. 2 point unlike charges will definitely attract each other. But if I take 1 point positive charge and one continuous positive charge, there is no necessity that they should repel each other. They may attract also on the basis of charging by induction. If I take 1 point negative charge and one continuous negative charge, so they are not, they may be like charges here, but they are not point charges. One is point, other is not a point. So on the basis of charging by conduction, the negative charge, negative point charge can attract a negative continuous charge. Okay. So point, the charge Q, it can either be positive, it can either be negative, it may also be uncharged. A charged object can attract an uncharged object also. 2 point like charges are there, then only they will repel. But if two like charges are there, there may be a possibility that they may attract also. So what can be charge Q? If P is positive charge and P is attracting Q, what can be charge Q? It can either be positive, negative, or it can be an uncharged object also. The electric potential due to a certain charge distribution is given 10x square y square. What is the associated electric field they are asking? So electric potential is given. So here you can see potential is varying with x and y. So what will I do? I'm going to write field as electric field will be, I have two variables here. So I'll write dou v by dou x I cap plus dou v by dou y j cap. Okay, so what we can write it as minus of dou by dou x of 10x square y square I cap plus dou by dou y of 10x square y square j cap. It will just be a quick review again for at least some points, guys. Now, whenever you are doing partial differentiation with respect to x, you should consider only x as variable. Y should be considered as constants. So what will I get beta here? Minus of 10y square you can take constant, dou by dou x of x square. Whenever you are doing partial differentiation with respect to y, only y should be variable. Rest all should be considered as constants. Dou by dou y of y square j cap you are going to obtain. From this, if you just solve it, so what is derivative of x square with respect to, what is derivative of x square with respect to x? It will be 2x I cap. What is derivative of y square with respect to y? It will be 2y. You can write j cap. So what will our answer be here? If you can take minus 20xy common, right, then I'll get y I cap plus xj cap. I think minus I took common. No? Minus anyhow is common. So minus 20xy we took common. Y I cap plus xj cap should be the answer. This should be our electric field. Minus 20xy y I cap plus xj cap will be the answer. I hope it is clear. Then a capacitor has capacitance C naught in air is filled half with two dielectrics as shown in the figure, it seems. Figure ledu. We will see that. So given below is a part of network with various values shown. The energy stored in the capacitor they are asked. One question has been sent. We will just see that question. So it is mentioned something like this. They are asking what is the energy stored in the capacitor. Right, so this is given as 1 ohm, this is given as 2 ohm, this is given as 1 ohm, this is given as 3 ohm, right, and we have this also is 2 ohm. And if you look at the currents, here you have 5 ampere current. In the same manner, here you have 2 ampere current, here you have 3 ampere current, right, this is given as 3 ohm, and here I have 10 ampere current, if I'm not wrong. Right, so something like this is given. They're asking us to find energy stored in the capacitor. Now capacitor I think has a capacitance of if 2 microfarad, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it has capacitance of 2 microfarad. So what do I need to find here? You know the capacitance, you need to find what is the potential difference between these 2 points. Let us say the points are A and B. If you know the potential difference across the capacitor, then directly you will be able to find out what is the situation again. Now let us try to understand. Here you have 2 ampere, here you have 5 ampere. In the same manner, here you have 3 ampere. Overall, you got 10 ampere is flowing out. Yes or no? 10 ampere is flowing out of two resistors here. One resistor has, these two will be in series. One is 5 ohm, other is 1 ohm. Yes or no? So what we can write, how will current get divided? See, now I cannot say in this situation. Just a second, let me look at the question once again. 2 ampere, 3 ampere is given. Given below is a part of network with various values shown. The energy stored in the capacitor is how much they are asking. Okay, and overall I got 10 ampere here. So I can consider these two to be in series, which will have 5 ohm resistance. Yes or no? So I have one current will come from 1 ohm, other current will come from 5 ohm. Right, So let us imagine maximum energy stored if they are asking. So maximum energy stored means here energy will be stored in the form of charge. If maximum energy is stored means this is fully charged. If I give charge, it is not going to take. So what can happen in such situation? This 3 ampere current cannot get divided here. So from here you have 5 ampere, here you have 2 ampere. So overall you will get 7 ampere from here. And from here you will get 3 ampere. So I want to find potential difference across A and B. So what I'll do is I'll simply apply KVL, right? I'll start applying KVL from here to here. So I'll start at point A. Are we moving in the direction of current? Yes. So what I'll get? Minus 7 into 2. Again, we are moving in the direction of current. Minus 7 into 3. We are now moving opposite to direction of current. So plus 3 into 1 should be equal to VB. So this will be minus 35. Minus 35 plus 3 will be minus 32. So what will I get VA minus VB as? I'll get it as 32 volt. So you got to know the potential difference across the capacitor. So what is the energy stored in the capacitor? Half into capacitance is 2 into 10 power minus 6 into CV square we can write. 32 into 32 we can write. So what will I get? 2 ones, 2 16s. So 32, 32 you will get. How much it is you can just check. 32 into 10 power minus 6 you will get. They're asking us to find out in millijoules or energy stored in the capacitor only they have asked. So I think 1024, 32 square will be 1024. So you can write this as 1024 into 10 power minus 6 joules, which I'll get it as 1.024 into 10 power minus 3 joules. I hope it is clear.
Yes.
Right there again, it should be maximum energy stored, then only I can calculate. So when maximum energy is stored, it means already this is fully charged. So can current flow through it? If current is flowing through AB, it means charge is flowing through AB. But when already capacitor is fully charged, can charge flow through AB? No, it cannot flow. So it will behave as an open circuit there. Okay.
Sir, but at point B, the 3 ampere, it can go into 3 ohm resistance. At point
కానీ
B.
ఇక్కడ 10 ఓం రావాలి కదా, ఇక్కడ నుంచి అయితే 7 ఓం వస్తుంది కదా బయటికి. ఇక్కడ నాకు 10 ఓం రావాలంటే ఇక్కడ మొత్తం 3 ఆంపియర్ రావాల్సిందే ఎట్లయినా. సో హౌ మచ్ విల్ బి? దేర్ విల్ నాట్ బి ఎనీ కరెంట్ ఫ్లోయింగ్ త్రూ 3 ఓం. అండర్స్టూడ్? Clear? So a capacitor has a capacitance C0 in air. It is half filled with 2 dielectrics, it seems. So let me just cross check that question. I think something in this is the case given. So whenever a horizontal system is there, no, so in order to solve questions, what I usually, from my experience, what I usually do is I'll just make it into vertical system. Okay, so if I usually ask people also do the same thing because we obtain the questions in an easy manner. See, again, I'm reminding you one thing. Our interest is not to solve 45 questions in the final exam. Yes or no? We are going with the intention of solving at least 30 to 35 questions. So each minute, for each question, you will definitely get 2 minutes, guys, because 70 minutes so you have to spare for physics. I'm saying along with, what do we say? The bubbling of the paper. So what is given here? They have given us. So if I make this into a vertical system, so I'll get K2 here. I'll get K1 over here. So they're asking what is the, what did they ask? Effective dielectric constant they're asking. So initial capacitance is given as C0. Okay, now you see, I can consider this to have, this will behave as one capacitor and this will behave as another capacitor. I have 2 capacitors over here. So let us imagine this is our first capacitor, this is our second capacitor. So what will be first capacitance? You see, entire space between the plates is filled with a dielectric. So K1 epsilon naught, but area of cross section will be A by 2 only here. Separation will be anyhow D you can take. So I'll get it as K1 divided by 2 epsilon naught A by D. And what is this epsilon naught A by D? It is C naught. Then what will C2 value be? Again, it is going to behave as one capacitor, completely filled. K2 into epsilon naught into A by 2 divided by D. So what will you get here? K2 divided by 2 into epsilon naught A divided by D, which is also, I have already given you a shortcut method of doing this question, guys. So whenever, what will be effective capacitance here? Directly I can write. What is effective capacitance, beta? I can write this as, because D is going to remain same, epsilon naught by D. What we can write? K1 into A by 2 plus K2 into A by 2. Yes or no? So I can write it as epsilon naught A divided by D into what we can write? K1 plus K2 divided by 2. So if I just consider it as K effective epsilon naught A by D, then from this, what will I get K effective value as? I'll get it as K1 plus K2 divided by 2. So directly you can do in this case also. Okay. However, now, anyhow, these two will be, they are placed one above the other. So usually one above the other will be parallel combination. So what will C effective be here? C1 plus C2. So I'm going to get it as K1 C0 by 2 plus K2 C0 by 2, which will be K1 plus K2 divided by 2 into C0. This is our effective capacitance. So if I say effective capacitance becomes how many times here? I can write it as, because dielectric is placed, so effective capacitance will certainly increase. So K effective into C0 will be K1 plus K2 divided by 2 into C0. So I'll get the effective dielectric constant as K1 plus K2 divided. So shortcut method is very simple again for getting the answer. Okay, two capacitors are connected in parallel. So two capacitors all have done, majorly everyone have done wrong only. Two capacitors, one of the capacitance 2 microfarad, other 4 microfarad and connected in parallel, and parallel combination is connected to 10 volt. The work done by the battery in charging fully both the capacitors, they are saying. So what they have given, again 2 and 4 microfarad have been given. They are connected in parallel and this combination is connected to a battery. 10 volts they have given, 2 microfarad and 4 microfarad. They're asking us to find out what is the work done by the battery in charging fully both the capacitors. I need to charge them completely. So because they both are in parallel combination, what will the effective value be? It will be 2 plus 4, which will be 6 microfarad. So you are going to have one capacitance whose capacity will be 6 microfarad and potential difference is how much? 10. So what is the total charge given now? We can write it as C effective into V. What will it be? 6 into 10. You will get it as 60 microcoulomb. So what is battery doing here? Battery is giving the entire charge now. Now this charge will get divided Q1 and Q2. So what is the work done by battery? Whenever they are asking you to find out the work done by the battery, work done by battery, always remember guys, it is charge given by the battery. How much is charge given by the battery? Q into potential difference. So what is it? Charge given is 60 microcoulomb into what beta? 10 volt. So I'll get it as 600 micro joules I'm going to get, which can be taken as 0.6 millijoules. Clear? Understood? Very important case. Work done by battery will always be charge given by the battery into potential difference. Next, if you see a conductor having cuboid shape has dimensions in the ratio 1:2:5. The ratio of maximum to minimum across two opposite faces they are asking. Maximum to minimum resistance. What are the ratios of the side x, y, z? If I take cuboid, it is 1:2:5. Yes or no? They're asking maximum to minimum resistance across the two opposite faces. So what is resistance given as? Rho L divided by A. So if I take a cuboid, it is taken something like this. One is one part, other is two parts. Then the third one happens to be 5 parts. So let us imagine length is 5 parts here. Right, this is our cuboid now. So what is the length here? Length you can consider is 5x. Okay. What is the width, beta? Width you can consider is 2x, and height you can consider it to be x. Okay. Now, when will I get minimum resistance? See, always remember, resistivity though will be same. I'll get resistance to be minimum if length is minimum and area is maximum. So in order to obtain minimum resistance, I need to place the cuboid something like this. I need to place it in this manner, guys. Do you understand, all of you? Why? Because if you see across these two faces now, what is the length? It is minimum. And what is area? Maximum area you are going to have here. So what will be minimum resistance? In this case, it will be rho into what is length here? X will be the length divided by what is the area of cross section? Now, if you look at this area, one side will be 5x, other side will be 2x. So I'll get it as 10x square. So I'll get it as rho divided by 10x. Now, if I want length to be resistance to be maximum, length should be maximum, area should be minimum. So this is that case now. So what is maximum resistance here? Rho into 5x. Minimum area will be this again, which is 2x into x. You will get it as 3x square. So I'll get it as 5 rho divided by 3x. They're asking us to find ratio of maximum to minimum resistance. So R max to R minimum if I take, what will I get beta? 5 rho divided by 3x whole divided by rho divided by 10x I am going to get, which turns out to be 50 divided by 3. Oh, I did some mistake, I think. Just check. This is 2x square only, no? 2x into x, 3x square at Indra bhai. Masud. So you'll get it as, I hope you understood how to align it. In order to obtain, so you will get it as 50 divided by 2, which turns out to be 25:1. So in order to obtain maximum resistance, I need maximum length, minimum area. In order to obtain minimum resistance, I need minimum length and maximum area. So if you place the cuboid in this manner, you will obtain maximum resistance. If you place the cuboid in this manner, you will obtain minimum resistance. Electric current drawn from this cell. That would be one of the question again. One of the where is the question? Electric current drawn from the cell they are asking. Okay. This also I have explained on the other day, I guess. 12, 10, 10, 10, 30 is given. 20. So if you just take here, you have something like this 20 and 3 ohm. We have 12 ohm. We have 10 ohm. We have 10 ohm. We have another 10 ohm. This end is earth. And from here you have 130 ohm. This is earth again. This 20 volt, 3 ohm. This is 12 ohm, 10 ohm, 10 ohm, 10 ohm, 30 ohm. I hope that is the question. They're asking us to find out what is the current drawn from the cell. So if you look at this, guys, this is 0 volt. This is also 0 volt. So what I'll do, I'll directly take this and place it here. So if we redraw the circuit, I am going to get something like this. 20, 3 ohm. Here you will have 12. Now all these three, if you see, they are connected end to end, right? And obviously they are going to be in series combination. So I'm going to get this as 30 ohm here. Now from here you see, when these two are connected together, I will get 30 ohm in this manner. Okay. So here you have 20 volt. This is 3 ohm, 12 ohm, 30 ohm and 30 ohm. Both of them will be in parallel now. So because these two are in parallel, 30 and 30 in parallel means 15. So again, if I redraw, what will I get? You will get this as, if I redraw the circuit, I am going to get something like this. So here you will have 23 ohm you have, 12 ohm you have, and 15 ohm you have. Okay, so this is your 20 volt, 3 ohm, 12 ohm, and 15 ohm. So as you can see, is a closed circuit. Some current is going to pass. Current will be drawn from the cell, and to that current, the resistance offered by the circuit are effective. If I take 15, 12, and 3, all will be in series. So effective resistance I'll get it as 20 ohm. So what is the current again given by the cell? It will be V divided by R effective, which we can write it as 20 divided by 30. So current will be 2 by 3 ampere. This is how you will solve the question again. Very basic logic. You can take this end and connect it directly here. I hope it is clear. So that was from your second test.
So,
हाँ देख रहा हूँ.
so I have sent few questions in the WhatsApp as well. So.
देख रहा हूँ भाई, खोला है मैंने. I have already opened it. Just a second. I hope this question is clear to everyone. क्या explain करना है इसमें?
So उसमें एक वेवलेंथ वाला क्वेश्चन है, वो सही है क्या सर? मैंने जो आंसर टिक किया.
कहाँ पे है क्वेश्चन?
सर 10th one.
Young's double-slit experiment if there is no initial phase difference. Okay. Between the light from two slits, then a point on the screen corresponding to fourth minima will have how much path difference? So basically path difference for minima will be 2n minus 1 into lambda divided by 2. This is the condition for path difference, right? So n value here should be what? Fourth minima means n value should be 4. So delta x value will be 7 lambda divided by 2. 7 lambda by 2 will be correct. If you take 2n plus 1 lambda by 2, you should take n value as, are we connected, all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes.
If you take 2n plus 1 for fourth minima, you should take n value as 3. I've already told you that.
It starts with 1. That's why.
If you take
No, it starts
2n
with
plus 1, you should take 0 first.
Okay.
Next,
A ball of
the
mass
star.
m is-
तुम पीछे से आ रहे हो. A ball of mass m is dropped from a height h, strikes the ground and rebounds to half of the initial height. What is the impulse they are asking? So very simple logic. When it is dropped from a certain height h, with what speed is it going to hit the ground? If it is dropped from a height h, it will hit the ground with a speed root over 2gh. Now it is again rebounding, but is it climbing to the same height? No. Now they are saying it is climbing to only half of the maximum height. So in this situation, in second case, what is the maximum height? Second case maximum height is h by 2. So after rebound, will it move with the same speed as it is hitting? No. Let us say it is hitting with speed, it is getting rebounded with speed u. So whenever object is projected vertically upwards, what is the maximum height here? U square divided by 2g. So h by 2 can be written as u square divided by 2g. U square value will be g into h. U value will be root over gh. So what is impulse now? Impulse is nothing but change in momentum, right? Which is mass into final velocity minus initial velocity. So after rebound, what is the velocity? It has root gh in j cap. Before hitting, it has root 2gh minus j cap. So I'll get it as m into root gh j cap, minus into minus will be plus, plus root 2gh j cap. So I can take m root gh common. So what I'll get from this, in first term you'll get 1, in second term you'll get plus root 2 j cap. This will be the impulse applied on the object. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, please.
So one doubt. So if a person is crossing the river with certain velocity, and if he wants to travel cross the river with minimum velocity, then should he make an angle
Minimum
zero?
velocity क्या है?
Sorry, minimum time. Sorry, sir. In minimum time.
You should make zero with vertical. Means you should flow
Zero to
exactly like this. Zero with vertical.
Okay, sir.
Shortest time we can say. What is the other question in this? What is the other question in this?
1 minute, sir. So that resistance one.
There's one more question given. Ideal cell of 10 volt. It is taken something like this. R1 is given. Here we have R2. Here we have R3. Here we have R4. We have capacitor connected here. We have R5 over here. And similarly, we have 10 volt in this case. So the resistors are given R1, R2, R3, R4, and R5. This is 10 volt. Ideal cell is given. Each resistance is 2 ohm. The current flowing through resistor R4 when the capacitor is fully charged, they are saying. So whenever capacitor is fully charged, if I give charge, will it be able to take charge? No, it will say, no, I'm not going to accept. Fully charged will happen in which situation? Steady state situation. So because it is fully charged, it will behave as a open circuit. What are we going to do? We are simply going to open the circuit. So if I open the circuit, I'm going to have R1 here. I'm going to have R2 here. Then we'll have R3 here. We'll have R4 here. This circuit anyhow got opened because whenever capacitor is fully charged, if I am giving charge to the capacitor, will it accept it? No, it will say no, no, no. मेरा पेट भर गया है, मैं तो नहीं खाता हूँ. Right? So it is not going to accept it. And all the resistors are given as 2 ohms. So this is R3, this is R1, this is R2, this is R4, this is R5. So what is current flowing through R5? Very simple logic again. Whenever a battery is connected to a circuit, whatever current is coming out of the positive terminal should again enter back into negative terminal. So will there be any current coming from R5? No. So current flowing through R5 will be 0. So the whole current will be flowing through R4. And here that current is going to get divided again. Now you see R1 and R2. These will be in series combination. So what will be the effective resistance? 4 ohm. So whatever 4 ohm is there, it will be in parallel with R3 now. What are we going to get? Effective resistance if I take. What will we get if I again redraw this? There's no necessity to redraw. I'll just explain here. So these two resistors will be in series. We got 4. That will be in parallel with 2. So I'll get 4 by 3. So overall I'll get here 4 by 3. Here I'll get 2. It is connected to a battery of 10 volt. So this is our R4 resistance, which is 2 ohm. And this is the effective combination of R1, R2 and R3, which I will get it as 4 by 3 ohm. Okay. So what is the resistance offered by the circuit? R effective if I take, it will be 4 by 3 plus 2, which turns out to be 10 by 3 ohm. So what is the current now? I can take 10 divided by 10 by 3. 10 divided by 10 by 3 will get, which is 3 ampere. So how much current will be flowing through R4 resistor? 3 ampere current will be flowing through R4 resistor. Clear?
Yes. So one last question. That's it. Okay.
Which?
So I've sent it.
This one, AC.
So that height one.
Now, just now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A ball is thrown vertically upward with a speed of 20 meter per second from a top of a tower. One of you should share me your iTutor credentials, guys. Okay, because I need to take some things from it. So I want to take daily practice tests. So one RM student, please share. So either Mario or Maliha can share it. Harshit and Vaishnav, either one of you can share it. Okay. So I'm just going to utilize it for 2 days. Okay. After that, I'm not going to use that. Am I audible, guys? So there is no internet actually, and I think my mobile phone also internet is down. Did you understand, Vaishnav, the question? Till
So
where did we get disconnected?
starting with disconnected.
Huh?
So in the starting itself.
No, I didn't get you.
So it got disconnected in the starting itself. I mean, as you were reading the question.
At the beginning itself. Acha.
Yes.
ठीक है. So whenever object is projected from a certain height here, so it is projected with 20 meter per second. So what is going to happen? It will move upwards and again it is going to come down. So while it is hitting, they are saying that it is hitting with 80 meter per second. So during the entire motion, the object will be moving only under the effect of gravity. So initial velocity we know, final velocity we know. They are asking us to find displacement. Acceleration is known. So I can apply v bar square is u bar square plus 2a bar s bar. So h value, what is displacement? How do you calculate displacement? From initial position towards final position, we are going to just draw a vector because it is pointing in downward direction. We'll take it as negative. So you'll get it as 80 square will be 20 square plus 20 into h. So 80 square minus 20 square, you will get it as 20 into h. A square minus b square can be taken as a plus b into a minus b will be equal to 20 into h. So I'll get h value as 300 meters. Clear?
So, but shouldn't that actually won't that include also the entire height, sir? I mean, from the
No, it will not include.
so why so?
क्या भाई यहाँ initially start हो रहा है, finally यहाँ पे end हो रहा है, तो how will it include? It is displacement, it is not distance that it is going to include the total path.
Yes, I got it.
From initial towards final, you just need to draw a vector that gives us displacement. So how is it from top of the tower to ground? What is it? Will it cover the height above the top of the tower? No, from top of the tower to ground means it is height of the tower only, no?
Yes, understood.
Right, so let us see some test 3. With that, I think second year important part, optics uh, and electricity, magnetism. So those questions, at least basic part review will be getting. Soft iron is used in many parts of the electrical machine. Soft iron has low hysteresis because it is no, it will have low hysteresis. I think this question we did wrong again. Huh? It is low hysteresis and it has low permeability. Soft iron is a which magnet, guys? Ferromagnet again, right? It is a type of ferromagnet. The ferromagnet will usually have relative permeability will be high. It is much greater than 1. And soft iron will have less value of hysteresis. So this is anyhow wrong. It is low hysteresis loss and high permeability is correct answer for that. A magnetic needle suspended by a silk thread is vibrating in the Earth's magnetic field if the temperature of the needle is increased by 770 degrees Celsius. By 770 degrees Celsius means from room temperature if I take. So delta theta value is given as 770. As I said, I'll tell this and okay, I've not seen that question. Okay. Two protons enter in a region of a transverse magnetic field, means usually perpendicular magnetic field, guys. If the ratio of the energies are 2 is to root 3, then the ratio of time period of revolutions they're asking. So basically, when we talk about time period of revolution, so whenever charged particle is entering, so they are saying that protons are entering a region of transverse magnetic field. So let us imagine we have magnetic field inwards. Okay, we have magnetic field inwards. So the ratio of their energies have been given. They're asking us to find what would be ratio of time period is again. So let us say magnetic field is starting here and proton is entering. So in whatever manner it may enter, It will be entering perpendicularly only. So suppose if I say it is entering perpendicularly, no, in whatever manner it may enter, velocity will be perpendicular to magnetic. It will not be entering perpendicularly, guys. If it enters perpendicularly, then it is, if magnetic field is sufficient enough, then it is going to follow a semicircular path, as you all are aware again, right? So kinetic energies ratios have been given. They're asking what would be the ratio of time periods, if I am not wrong. Two protons enter a region of transverse magnetic field. The ratio of their energies is 2:3. Protons will have same masses, yes or no? So what we can consider, what is the kinetic energy formula here? Kinetic energy is given as half mv square, and we know uh, v value will be given as qbr divided by m. Yes or no? Because radius is mv divided by qb, so we will get this as qbr divided by m whole square. So I'll get it as q square b square r square divided by 2m. So what is K1 is to K2 again? What we can understand from this? Q will be same, mass will be same, B will be same. So kinetic energy will be proportional to R square. So K1 divided by K2 will be R1 divided by R2 whole square. So what are we going to get radius ratio as? Radius ratio will be root over K1 divided by K2. So already the ratio of their energy is given as 2:3. Or basically time period if I take, it is given as 2 pi m by qb, no? Charge is same, B is same, M is same, means ratio of time periods, again it is independent of anything. So you will get this as T1 by T2 will be anyhow 1:1 only. Because two protons, masses are same, charges are same. So you will get it same, guys. Radius you may get in the ratio root over K1 by K2. But again, what will be time period? Time period is given as 2 pi r by p. Or directly we can write 2 pi m by qb. So what will I get here? Implies time period is proportional to r divided by v. So v also, if you see, k is proportional to v square. So v will be proportional to root k. So what is r? R is proportional to root k, v is proportional to root k. So anyhow, both will be getting cancelled out. So time period will be independent again. So both of them are going to have the time period in the same ratio 1:1. If a positively charged particle is moving as shown in the figure, then it will get deflected due to magnetic field towards what they are asking. So let me just see the question. Positively charged. This is given, guys. A positively charged particle is moving as shown in the figure, then it will get deflected. So velocity is along positive x direction. Magnetic field is along z direction. So what is the force a charge will experience if it is a positive charge? Q into V bar cross B bar. Yes or no? So Q into, where is velocity? It is mentioned to be along positive x direction. It is V I cap, let us say. And where is magnetic field? The magnetic field is present in K cap. Yes or no? The magnetic field is present in K cap. So what will be the force? Where will the force be acting? If you see, it is V cross B. Because it is positive charge, you will take it as V cross B. So what is I cross K given as? K cross I is J. I cross K will be minus J. So it is going to experience a force in negative Y direction. So it will get deflected along negative Y direction, guys. I hope it is clear. A particle of mass m and charge q is moving with velocity 3 qbl. Again, we have to go back. This question is given, guys. A particle of mass m and charge q moving with velocity 3 qbl by m enters in region 2 normally as shown in the figure. What will happen to the particle they are asking, guys? So because it is entering perpendicularly, guys, depending on whether the width of the field is sufficient or not, either it may complete the semicircle or it may complete part of a circle, guys. So what is the speed given? It is projected with a speed of 3QBL divided by M. So we have three regions over here. So region 1, region 2 and region 3. And as you can see, in region 2 only you have magnetic field. In region 1 and 2 you don't have magnetic field, guys. Okay, and what is the width here? Width of the magnetic field, if I say, it is L. Now remember, if width is more than radius, then in that case, a charged particle entering perpendicularly will follow a semicircular path. That is a condition where width is more than radius, guys. Here we have first region, we have second region, and we have third region. So when will it complete semicircle? If the width of the magnetic field is more than the radius. So here in this situation, what will I get? MV divided by QB as? MV divided by QB, I'll get it as 3L, guys. What is MV divided by QB here? MV divided by QB is nothing but radius. So radius is more than the width. So will it complete semicircle? No, guys. What is going to happen as it enters? Right? It is going to follow part of a circle, guys. It is going to follow part of a circle, and it is going to come out. It is going to enter into region 3 also again. So what they are saying, the particle will not enter region 3 is wrong. Will it enter region 3? Yes. Is it going to complete circular motion in region 2? It cannot complete circular motion at all. It moves undeflected in region 2? No. So is it entering region 3, guys? Yes, it will enter region 3 because radius is more than the width here. If radius was less than the width, it would not have entered region 3. It would have completed semicircular path and come back into region 1. Very important case again. Particle is projected with speed v in uniform magnetic field, right? Exists on right side, again shown in the figure, it seems. Something like this, guys. Time spent by the particle again. So it is existing on the complete side, right side of AB. So the magnetic field is large enough here. So what is going to happen? It is going to perform semicircular path. So whenever object performs semicircle, how much angle will it subtend at the center? Pi will be the angle subtended at the center. So the time period will be, always remember, time period. If it is performing entire circular motion, complete circle, then time period is given as 2 pi m by qb. If it is performing part of a circle, it is given as theta m divided by qb, and this theta should be taken in radians again. So as you can see in the given question, magnetic field is large enough and charged particle is entering perpendicularly. So it is going to complete semicircular path. So when it is completing semicircle, how much angle it is going to subtend? It will subtend an angle 180 degrees or pi radian. So what will be the time for which it will be remaining in the magnetic field? Pi m divided by qb will be the time for which it is going to remain in the magnetic field. Clear? Understood? Is that clear, all of you? So these were your questions from magnetism part again. Next were test 4 was uh, kinematics and laws of motion. Test 5 was work energy per system of particles, right? So if there is any other question that you have doubt in, please ask, guys, because of time constraint. Any other doubt that you people have, we can discuss those, or a topic which you want me to discuss. Topic, though, it's not possible, so that is the reason I gave some notes, right? Any other doubts which you have, guys? Am I audible, all of you? Any other doubt which you people have?
The test
See,
which we have sent, sir,
majority,
is it the full syllabus test or
yeah, it is a full syllabus test.
okay,
It
sir.
is a full syllabus test. I have not discussed heat part, no. So overall, I thought of discussing 39 to 42 questions, guys, but I think we are falling on an average short of 4 questions again. So 35 to 38 questions you can cover again. Okay. However, just go through the brief review that has been shared with you people, right, of the other chapters, whatever chapters we were intending to do, right? So please go through that, and hopefully it will fetch you some marks, guys. There are a lot of questions here because many of them didn't write the test, so a lot of questions are there. So we cannot discuss all those in a short time. So if in general, if you have any doubts, please ask, guys. Although it is 33rd class, but I think we have done double classes also. So I have taken more than 39 classes only, guys. Right. So what I would suggest to you people is, again, last minute preparation is very essential, right, for some students, but it will also create a certain kind of panic, right, for most of the students. So I would always suggest to avoid last minute preparations of anything, right? So if you want to study anything, right, studying means, when I say, you have to read botany, zoology, right, chemistry formulae, physics formulae, these things when you are doing, right, it would be better if you close everything by tomorrow only. Have a good sleep tomorrow, guys. If not, whatever you have studied for an year or for 2 years will go in vain on the day of exam. So have a very sound sleep tomorrow night. Okay, don't feel any kind of pressure and all. Anyhow, I'll try to interact with you people tomorrow once, or maybe I may share a certain small message with you people, right? But what I would suggest is, if you don't feel the pressure of the exam, for those students who don't feel the pressure of the exam, right, you can take a risk of solving one full syllabus paper on Sunday also in the morning, guys. Okay, those who, again, those who have a habit of reading every time few things, again, very easy paper, I'm not saying to take a difficult paper, you solve an easy paper or review a paper which you have done. So I would suggest to finish reading everything by tomorrow itself, right? And don't sit late nights, right? Some people may have a habit of sitting late at nights, but then you have to wake up at 12 o'clock on the day of NEET exam. Okay, so it is better to avoid that. On the day of NEET exam, if you wish to study, I would certainly not appreciate that, not encourage that also. But if you want to, right, then you can do it with the help of a paper only, a full syllabus paper, that would be sufficient, right? So whatever review I have given, I have tried my best, guys, to give the review. uh, Maybe some people have taken advantage of it. Maximum people, they were not taking a good advantage of it, right? Nonetheless, if whatever questions we have discussed, if Almighty helps us, then certainly whatever we have discussed, let us hope, let us pray that whatever we have discussed, at least 70% of that turns up in the exam, so that your exam will be successful. I hope that there will not be any kind of problems on the day of NEET examination, that everything will go very smoothly. But again, as I said, I have been a failure, right? In my past, I have shared it, guys. I have been a failure. So never think that a failure is going to break you. Okay. So on the day of NEET exam, whatever happens, happens. Okay. Whether you are cracking it, whether you are not cracking it, personally, you are the best. As simple as that. You just go by that principle, right? Whether you are cracking, whether you are not cracking it, personally, you are the best. Okay, and everything good will happen to you all, no matter what comes in future. I pray that everything good happens to you. So tomorrow maybe a short message I can share, but if you have any doubts, you can feel free to ask and get it clarified till tomorrow evening, guys. You can always call me, right? But please limit it to tomorrow evening only, right? So anything is there, you can just speak out, and I will be there at the forefront to help you people. So on that note, I will end this particular course today. And personally, you can always connect with me, guys. I will always be available, right? So take care, everyone. Good night, all of you. Thank you all. Bye bye, everyone. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. All the best. I'll connect with you people tomorrow. Thank you.